Riley. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. My name's John Landrum, and I really just want to talk to you about your story. Tell me why you got into trucking, when you did, how long you've been in the business, and what your plan is for the future.
So I thank you for the invite. It's trucking has been quite an experience. In 2013, we moved from Oregon, kind of via Idaho, back up to South Dakota to my mom and dad's, or his mom and dad, or my mom, his dad's. His dad was in trucking for a long time, since he was like 16, and so we went to drive under their authority in 2013. So learning the ropes with my mom, help doing the books and all that stuff, taught us a lot about what we needed to know to get our own authority after 2 years. My dad doing it old school, no fuel cards, no factoring, no, just getting in the truck and driving, my mom doing all the paperwork and the reports and stuff taught us a lot. And so when we got on our own in 2017, being gone from the home front, no office, I did everything out of the truck. So needing our funding in the account kind of gave me a no choice. I need a factoring company, because we didn't come home for, 2-3 months at a time, and getting a check at home, trying to get that into the account to do bills and all that stuff was a no-brainer. I'm paper pusher background stuff, so I like to do a lot of research. When I was checking into OTR, I had my paper, and I was marking all the benefits, plus and pros and cons and stuff of like 10 different factoring companies. And I was really impressed with OTR at the time. So I guess, calling and talking to you guys and several other different people, the benefits with you guys were just phenomenal. So I was lucky enough to start out with a good company. The reason we changed is with the economy and the trucking industry, and the rates and stuff, it really took a dive. And trying to find loads that were paying worth putting on the truck, it kind of shortened the number of loads he did. So the income, I guess, generation, was a lot shorter. During that span, I wanted to mention, from just going to a sole truck on his own, we did, after 5 years? I think after 5 years, we added 3 other trucks. So I had 3 drivers under our authority, because of the way, again, the rates with the truckloads plays a big factor in needing to get the most out of your dollar. So gave me a really good thing, and so we took that transition and went to.
Looking back on it now, would you say that the factoring service was the right place to look to cut costs?
Looking back on it, no. Knowing that OTR stands behind me, I'm glad to be back with you guys, because your program's a lot better. It's not confusing. You do a broker check and you have an answer. I can call my team. Somebody's answering the phone. I don't have to wait around. So it's a lot better.
That's really great to hear. And I hate when I call another company and I get bounced around to all these different people and nobody seems to know what the answer is. We do like, in the way that our operations team is set up, to allow the people that are dealing directly with our clients to make those decisions. So there's a knowledge base there, but I'm sure you've experienced this and but our teams that are dedicated to our clients really are only 2 or 3, sometimes 4 people. So you have a very small list of people that you can contact about anything related to your account, and any type of issue that you experience, you can immediately address. So I'm so glad to hear that you see that on the other side and the value in it.
You fight for your customer. You treat them as a person, not as just another, number on the phone. So I just enjoy working with somebody that does business in that manner. It's a professionalism. You know, it's comforting to know that there's somebody there that's willing to. You guys have answers when I talk. It's not like I have to call and say, oh, well, let me call you back. I have to find out, because whoever I talk to with OTR they know what they're doing. And it's just comforting to know that I'm doing business with somebody in that manner.
And you mentioned before that, like, the service is very personable. You know the people that you're talking to. And this is something that has been instilled in me, and I've heard from the first day that I started working here. We're dealing with a lot of your money. It's basically like the backbone of your company, and all of your cash flow is flowing through our service. Money is very personal, and there is no reason for us to remove that from the situation. So we do like to approach our customer service entirely from how do we make people feel as personal with their money and with OTR at the same time. Are there any other pieces of the story that you wanted to talk about?
From 2013 until 2021, I want to say I was in the truck. I was out on the road with Jess and running everything out of the truck. When my grandmother turned 100, she'll be 101 next month, I needed to jump out of the truck. So being out on the truck, in the truck, traveling all over, and the truck stops and everything, I was all, you need to check out OTR. Who's your factoring company? Who do you factor with? I mean, your free word of mouth from me. I don't know that I ever got any referrals, to you guys, because, you see a driver, you're in having dinner and just talking and everything, and I was, the praise on you guys, it was awesome. I enjoyed being with you. Now I'm home, and, I don't know too many truckers, or I don't get that opportunity anymore. But if I did, OTR all the way.
I know you're trying to get permits for a load that you're about to pick up now, and I'll let you go and get back to all that. Again, I really appreciate the time. Thank you so much. And quick answer, when do you think the rates are going to return? When do you think the rates are going to go back up in 2024?
If these brokers don't start making bids on loads, I think it's more in their hands. I mean, their customers contact them to haul a load, and if they say that they can do it for this amount, without recognizing the per mile, $1.60 or $2 a load per mile is not going to cut it. But the brokers will tell their customers that, hey, this is what it's going to take, because the customers, the shippers, they don't really take into consideration the truckers' expenses. The insurances went up, the fuel's gone up, their licensing renewals gone up, and unfortunately, just like you're shopping in Walmart, they're going to drop those costs to the customer. So the truck driver, we got cover expenses too. And calling a broker on a load, he had it for like $1.60 a mile. And I was asking him, how can you bid on something like this and have a trucker put it on their trailer? I mean, your per mile is going to cover my fuel. So how am I going to pay my bills to haul your freight? So unless the brokers can take that into consideration when they put bids on loads to move stuff, I don't know. It's scary.
Everyone is collectively hoping that it's much sooner rather than later. But Natalie, I really appreciate your time again. I'll let you get back to it.
All right. It was a pleasure talking with you. You have a great day.